Now we're going to look at the papers once again on the programme. Dipti's back with us here on set. Dipti, you're starting with reactions, aren't you, to the second round of Democratic debates?
That's right, the Huffington Post saying what many of us are no doubt thinking after that pretty heated debate yesterday. Really, it was Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden against everybody else, against all the other candidates. The New York Times noting that you-know-who, i.e. Donald Trump, was clearly looming behind everything in the Democratic debates. I quote, "Everybody knew that the only thing that really mattered was getting rid of Donald Trump," while Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders really stood out on night one. There was nobody who really stood out on the second night, but there were some standout moments, however. Cory Booker did a good job of defending himself on his record as mayor of Newark. Tulsi Gabbard attacked Kamala Harris for her hypocrisy on decriminalizing marijuana back when she was state attorney. So there were a few standout moments, even if nobody really took the limelight.
Dipti, it kind of feels like the Democrats have been split now, doesn't it, into progressives and moderates. But it looks like that the trouble for the Democrats is that it could help Donald Trump, doesn't it?
Well, at least according to the Wall Street Journal, a conservative journal, of course. On night one, Bernie Sanders spoke of making Medicare for all. Other ideas that came up during these debates: a radical green new idea, stopping oil and gas within a decade, and reparations for slavery. I quote Karl Rove, who writes this article for the Wall Street Journal. Americans like bold, aspirational ideas like sending a man on the moon. It's less clear that they like political revolutions and forced upheavals in their lives.
Let's go to the UK for this next story now. Not sure what this is about. A little bee, apparently, has sparked an international row with Turkey.
I know.
Really?
It is actually literally that. It's a very strange story. It's a solitary Turkish bee that's really gripped public attention. It even made the front page of a Turkish newspaper on Wednesday. It was found inside the suitcase of a Bristol family recently who had been away in Turkey and had come home. They say it's an accident, but the head of the Turkish Beekeepers Union accuses them of removing the bee intentionally. Wow. The British Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs has actually put a death penalty now on the head of that little bee, wow, fearing that it could actually destroy local wildlife, because it is a very rare bee that's not usually found in the UK. As I said in yesterday's newspaper, the Hurriyet Daily, a Turkish newspaper, pleaded with the British government to spare the little insect's life. One sting in their plans. The little fugitive bee has actually gone on the lam now. We don't know where it is.
Oh, what a sweet story. And finally, we spoke earlier on a few hours ago about marine love on the programme, a dolphin adopting a whale calf, but now a photographer has snapped an incredible picture of an epic marine battle.
That's right. There was a group of sea lions were competing with a pod of humpback whales for fish in Monterey Bay in California recently when, as you see here, a whale emerged from the water to swallow fish and nearly swallowed, wow, a sea lion in the process. That battle was captured by a wildlife photographer, Chase Decker. Now, Decker has said he's, quote, 100% sure that the sea lion escaped because he saw the whale dive back into the ocean with its jaw open. So he assumes that the sea lion had escaped. Also, whales cannot eat sea lions because their throats are just a few inches wide, so it's physically impossible for them to swallow sea lions, and they don't really eat sea lions anyway. They feed more on plankton and fish. That's according to the National Geographic. Nonetheless, that fear and alarm you see in that sea lion, it's what I feel every day when I miss my alarm clock.
I thought you were going to say every day when you look at me on set.
When I thought you were
going to say Thanks.
But I sympathise.
Exactly. Beautiful picture. Thanks very much, Dipti, with the papers on France 24. Got